So guys, welcome guys. In this case, I want us to play with some questions over here. The question we actually have here says that we should factorize this. So you know that this simply implies difference of two squares, right? This is difference of two squares. So trivially, when you're dealing with difference of two squares, so we know what to do from here. Just have to take 4a plus 3, right? And then you have to take 3a plus 4a plus 3, and then you have to take plus 3a minus 2 in one part. And in the second part, you have to take 4a plus 3. Then, here in this case, I've used plus. So in the other part, I will use minus. So this is the final answer to it. Just like saying whenever you have x squared minus y squared, this is the difference of two squares. So you just have to take x minus y, and then you take x plus y, or anyhow. Okay, so that's what I've actually done. This is my x, and this is my y. My x is 4a plus 3. See it here. So I'm using this first. I'm using positive sign. So followed by y, and my y is 3a minus 2 in one bracket. So in the other bracket, you also have minus. So in this case, when I add all this together, 4a plus 3a, that's what? That's 7a. And I have plus 3 minus 2, and that's plus 1 in this bracket. So in the other bracket, I have 4a minus 3a, that's a. I have 3 minus minus 2, and that's 3 plus 2, and that's plus 5. So I think the answer is coming out. A plus 5, 7a plus 1. So C is correct. And let's go ahead. You still have more questions too. In this case, factorize k squared minus 2kp then plus p squared. In this case, this is like saying you have k minus p squared. This is very direct, but to make it more easier, okay, let me show you the solution. It's very direct. Whatever you have to do is you just write k squared. This minus 2kp can be split to minus kp minus kp. Do you agree with that? Minus kp is minus 2kp. So in this case, by the time you group this into 2, from here I can say k is common. If k is common, k squared divided by k, I have k left. K cancel k, I have minus here, and I have p left. So between this and this, I know to use minus as a common factor, but I know that p is common between the two of them. If I end up using plus p as the common factor, if I use plus p without making this, okay, let's say this is minus, I have minus p in this case is common. Minus cancel minus, I have plus, then I have k left. Plus divided by minus, that's minus. P square cancel this p, I have p left. So in this case, I have k minus p, and I have to take one of these two brackets. Okay, so you all believe that this is my k minus p squared. So option B is correct. That is very easy. Another one is here, whereby you have a square minus b square minus 4a plus 4. So in this case, I notice that this a square and this minus b square, they are difference of two squares, right? So we have a plus b, we have a minus b, the minus whatever we have in common here, a plus 1. So there is something missing in this case. I don't think this is not correct. This can never be correct. And this, because if I expand this and this together, I can't have this back because there's no way b square can even come out. And here in this case, there's no way b square can come out except from this option A. So there's something wrong with the options given. Or possibly maybe there's an error in the question given to us. But this is the best way to leave your final answer when it comes to factorization in this case. Okay, so that's how it works. Except if there's a b here. What if there's a b in this case? If this was 4b, that means I have b left here. So looking at it, I can only have this and this common, which is a plus b is common, and I'll be left with just a minus b, right? I'll be left with just a minus b, then minus 4. So this is what I'll just have left. So I'll be left with just something like a plus b outside. Now I'll be left with a minus b minus 4. So there's something wrong with the question. So you can verify that yourself. That's JAMBA 2015. So let's pick another question. So here in this case, find the solution of x plus 2 roots x minus 8 equals to 0. Hope I'm not mistaken. If this is the main question, no problem. So in this case, whatever we have to do from here is that we can actually square both sides. Can actually square both sides. But to make it more easier, let's do it this way. Take this to that side as minus x. So when you square both sides, that is, when you square both sides, you have 2 squared as 4. You have square root of x minus 8 squared as square cancel square root. I have just x minus 8 left. And this minus x all squared as x squared. So when you open up this bracket, you have 4x minus 32 is equals to x squared. So if you collect like terms, I end up having just this x squared. This comes to the other side. I have minus 4x, and I have minus plus 32. So this is what I have left. Now since I have this, I have to factorize. No, it is equals to 0. So I have 32 here, and I have minus 4 here. We believe that 8 times 4 is 32, and I need plus. Okay, I need plus 32 in this case. Okay, let me quickly check what I've done so far. I need to be very sure in my collection of like terms. Okay, just hold on. So in continuation, looking at this expression, if you equate it to 0, if you equate this expression to 0, trivially, this will surely give us a complex root. So it will surely give us a complex root, no matter how it is, because you're actually looking for a product of 32 such that when you add it, you have minus 4. And there's no way that can actually be. There's no way, except if you end up using x equals to minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. And then 4 times 32, 32 times 4, you know what that would be. If you subtract 16, you end up having a negative result under the square root, and that will lead to complex roots. Okay, so there's no way that will actually work in this case. That means there is something wrong with the interpretation of the question, except if this was plus. And even though this is plus, no matter how it is, you still end up having x equals to, you still have something like 2 root x plus 8 is equals to minus x. When you square both sides, you know what that would be? 4. If you cancel, you have x plus 8 left is equals to minus x all squared as s squared. And then you have 4x plus 8 times 4 is 32 equals to x squared. And s squared will be s squared minus 4x minus 32 is equals to 0. So in this case, this one will surely have a solution, because I want to calculate this result. X squared minus 4x minus 32 is equals to 0. This is very direct. In this case, we have x squared minus 8x minus 4x plus, okay, because 8 times 4 is 32. So in this case, x is common, you have x minus 8, 4 is common, you still have x minus 8. So x plus 4 and x minus 8 is equals to 0. So x is equals to minus 4 or 8. And the 68 is not in the option. So there might be something wrong with the question. So please take note of that. So without wasting too much of our time, let's move to the next topic, to the next question. Simplify this where x is not equals to 0. So in this case, if you are smart enough, you don't have to simplify anything. Okay, I think you should be able to do that. This is very direct. 1 over x is the correct answer. Okay, this is 1 minus x squared. And in this down part, x is common. If this cancels this, I have 1. If this x squared cancels, I have minus x left. I have minus x. Okay, this is not the answer. So let's be very careful. So here in this case, I have difference of two squares. You have 1 square minus x squared. That's 1 minus x in one part and 1 plus x is in another part. So remember that I still have this outside. So if this cancel this, I have 1 plus x over x. So C is correct. Next question. If x cubed minus 12x minus 16 equals to 0 as this as a solution, then the equation has, okay, this is polynomial question. So let's take note of this. If x equals to minus 2 is a solution, that means x plus 2 is equals to 0. And which implies that x plus 2 is a factor of this expression. And since x plus 2 is a factor of this expression, this is equal to 0 and this is also equal to 0. That means they can actually divide. So you have to use long division. You have to use long division rule in this case. Remember that I have x plus 2 as the divisor. So this have to divide x cubed minus 12x minus 16. So then you have to use long division. First step, this will cancel this, you have x squared. X squared will multiply the divisor back, you have x cubed plus 2x squared. Do you get that? So next thing for us to do from here is to change the sign. This one change to minus. This cancel this, minus 12, nothing. This is just x, this is x squared, so there's no way they can actually work. So just bring this down. Minus 2x squared comes down, the rest of it comes down also. So you go ahead with the division again. If this cancel this, I have minus 2x left. Multiply it again, I have minus 2x squared. Then I have minus 4x. Change the sign. Plus, plus. This cancel this. I have whatever I have left here is just minus 8x minus 16. So go with the division again. The steps, I have minus 8. Multiply it again, I have minus 8x, then minus 16. So change the sign, I have 0. Okay, so that means this is what I have left. So you have to solve this quadratic equation to get the rest of the roots. So if you simplify this now, if you factorize this, I want to factorize x squared minus 2x minus 8. Simply that implies that I will have minus 4x plus 2x minus 8. I'm using minus 4 times 2, that's minus 8. So x is common, I have x minus 4. Plus 2 is common, I have x minus 4. So x plus 2, x minus 4 is equals to 0. So my x is equals to 4 or minus 2. So let's check. Then the solution as x equals to minus 4 as a solution. Also, no, 3 roots all different. 3 roots all different. I have minus 2. I have minus 2 twice. And I have 4 once. Just 4. 4 is the correct answer to this, but I'm seeing minus 4 here. 3 roots with 2 equal, no. 3 roots all equal. Only 1 root. No, it has just 2 equal roots. I have minus 2, I have minus 2. And I have x equals to 4. This is 4, not minus 4. This is very close to the answer. This is very, very close. So, since this is minus 4, this is wrong. 3 roots all different is also wrong. But I'm going to have 3 roots, which is correct. Because in summary, I have x equals to minus 2 initially. This is the first one. After solving, I have my second answer as 4. And then after it, I have x equals to minus 2 again. I have 3 roots. This is correct. With 2 equal roots, which is also correct. And the third is different, which is also correct. So C is the correct answer to this question. Please take note of that. Okay. Next question. Solve this simultaneous equation. So I believe you know how to do that. This is very simple. Make x the subject of the formula. In this case, okay, there's no x. So, I don't know. Make C the subject rather. Maybe they made mistake. Simplify this expression. So in the next video, I'll continue from here. Okay. So I think I've tried my possible best to give solutions to all this.